So comparing these results from Wan 5B, right? Wan 2.2, we have the 6-step one, we have a 10-step, 15-step, 20-step, and 30-step generation. So if we look at the first one here, the 6-step generation, well, it isn't amazing. Now, we are not using fast WAN, light X2V or anything like that. So this is native at 720, well, actually 704 by 1280. And you really gotta go up to about 10 steps to see some improvement here. Now, it's not amazing. I would say at about 15 steps, it's really passable and pretty good. And at 20 and 30, we have a good result. The thing here is, now that we have a fairly close-up image, the portrait here of this woman's face, we can use lower steps. If you're using something different, like this woman walking here, we can clearly see that we have to increase the number of steps, right? Especially if you look at the sides here, the grass or the whatever is coming up, the growing nature foliage here, it really starts breaking down if we have a lower step count. With that said, we are using a swap technique. So we're using a higher CFG for the first part of the generation and a lower CFG on the second part of the generation. I'll show you that once we go over the workflow. Hello, you beautiful people. Today we're checking out Wan 2.2 with a 5B model. So the 5B model is the most technically proficient model right now. It uses the new Wan 2.2 VAE, whereas the Wan 2.2 14B model still uses the 2.1 VAE. So while that can technically produce better quality because it's 14B, the 5B is technically the leap forward, I guess. Oh, and what do you call a magic dog? A labracadabrador. Now, this is the workflow that we're going to be using today. You can download that by using the link in the description that will get you to this guide, which is also a text guide of how to get everything installed. And you just scroll down to the bottom here, you have downloads. So there's an arrow here, attachments. Just download this one here, right? This one's free. You can download. You don't need to be a paying member. If you do want to support my Patreon, thank you very much. That's how I support this channel. Now let's get back to the actual workflow. So let me guide you through what's going on here, right? So we have Wan 2.2, and whenever everything is installed, it's just going to be super simple. You're loading an image, you're setting your frames. If you want to change that, it's up to you. You're writing a prompt. If you want to set the folder and a file name, I've coded this for you here. You can also change the frame rate for your generation if you prefer that. We're running this at 24 frames right now. Now, what you need to do is you need to install the models here. Well, actually, first you have to install the custom node. So if you don't have all the beautiful installed nodes here and you have a couple of red ones, well, you actually have to press manager. You have to press install missing custom nodes, and there's going to be a bunch here. You select them, press install, restart, and you're good to go. Then it's going to look something like this. With me so far? Great. Now, for the models, there is a note here. I'm going to put this in the description as well. So for the Wan model, this one, that you can find in the model manager. What does that mean? Well, press the manager, you press model manager, you search for Wan 2.2, and here you have a bunch. You're looking for the there we go, TI, so text or image to vid 5B. We're using that 5B one. You can also just search 5B because it's the only 5B model available right now. Install that. The text encoder, you have to download from this link. Place it in your model/text encoders folder. So that's inside of your ComfyUI folder, and then models, then text encoder. Slap that right in there. The VAE goes in your models/VAE folder. You get that from this link here. Now, if you are having errors with Triton, Python, xformers, sageattn, whatever, hey, just take the log. So what is the log? So if you take what goes in here when you get the error, and just copy paste all that, send it into ChatGPT and tell it, hey, I'm having issues with this, and it will actually tell you how to do stuff. So it will give you like a code, and then you go into your command prompt, and it's going to say something like, hey, pip install triton or whatever, right? And then it'll solve that for you. Super amazing. Then you should be good to go. If you want to use FastOne or any optional LoRa, you have to install that separately. There are notes for that here. Okay, now everything should be installed for you. So what you got to do is you got to drop an image in, right? So you drop an image in here. It is automatically going to be resized based on these sizes, but it's not going to be 1280 by 1280 unless it's it's a square. So it's going to keep the proportion of your image. So the best size for Wan 2.2 5B is 704 by 1280, right? So if this image is 704 by 1280, it's going to look at the highest resolution, 1280. Okay, then we're not changing the image. Keep proportion. Okay, then it's going to stay 704 by 1280. Your image is always going to be resized to a multiple of 32. If it's not, I think you just can set that to 16 to, I guess, but that's beside the point right now. If you aren't doing that, you're going to get errors, right? So if you try to load this without resizing your image and without having an image that is a multiple of 16 or 32, you're going to get errors. That's why we're doing this automatically, so you can upload any image and it's going to be fixed for you, right? We're setting the number of frames. If you want to do less, I would do like, 51 or something. 121 is going to take a lot of time. You're writing your prompt. Woman turns her head and looks to the side, showing her face in side view. This is your positive prompt. The negative prompt goes down here. This is what you don't want to see, right? I put this in. So if you want a folder, you put that here. This is required. You have to have a folder. You also have to have a file name. So now we will go into the folder Wan 2.2. So first it goes into outputs, then Wan 2.2, and then my Wan 5B video, and then it actually slaps on the pixel size to your file name as well. So that's kind of handy. At least I think it is. And then you're gonna get your beautiful image, or not image, a video actually. So here we have our woman looking to the side. See, it's looking pretty good. And this is a 15-step generation. But I'm gonna show you a little bit how that works. Notice that the kind of the sun shining through the hat here is still looking fairly realistic. That's moving about. Now, okay. So what's going on here, right? Well, wait, Seb, you have 2 samplers? Yes, I sure do. Now, I'm not using any of the clown shark samplers and some of that more advanced stuff that people have been using for 14B. And I think that's for a later video. And this is a more simplified workflow for 5B. The reason we are using 2 samplers is we are generating this video in 2 steps. Or actually multiple steps, but in 2 separate generations. So we're having half of the generation run with a higher CFG. And then we're having the last part of the generation with a lower CFG of 1. Why? Okay, so a CFG of 1 will increase the speed by about 2 times. So that's a massive speed increase. But when you do that, you're kind of decreasing the quality and the prompt adherence, and you're killing the negative prompts. You can't see the negative prompt, or actually you don't get the negative prompt. So if we're setting CFG 1 for the full duration, well, then our output is going to suffer and it's going to look, well, not bad, but it's not going to understand your prompt as well. So what we're doing is running this for 3.5 CFG first. So then the model understands our prompt, and then we're swapping and getting that speed increase. Confusing? You got it. And that actually works. So here we're setting the total steps. I find that 15 works great if you have close-up videos, stuff like this. If you have, remember the woman walking from before? If you have stuff like that, I would probably increase it to 20 to 30 steps, right? Then we're having some simple math here. So this total step value is divided by 2 or multiplied by 0.5. So we're getting half of this value. And we're then sending that to the end step and the start step. So that's going to be probably going to be 7 or 8. So the end step here is going to be, let's say it's 7, right? So it runs this sampler from 0 to 7 steps, and then the second sampler from 8 to 15 steps to finish the generation. Pretty cool, no? And then we're having a seed, so we're having a randomized seed every time, but we are using the same seed for both of the samplers. Is that required? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We are using the Euler scheduler. Feel free to test multiple ones. Some schedulers work great when you're only using one sampler, but when you're chaining two samplers like these, it does not work. For example, I think FlowMatch Pusa here, for example, is working amazing as a default sampler for Wan 2.25b, but when you're chaining like this, it does not work. So we're using Euler here, right? And then we're just sending that on and it's finished. Now there are some more options here. You don't have to worry about this. This is just the file name handling. So we're getting the width and the height and we're converting that into the file name so that your file name gets beautiful pixel size into the name. Let's look at some of the optionals, right? Block swap. What is that? Well, if you want it, you click here or here. Can't see this? Well, that's because in RG3 up here, you have settings and you want to have show fast toggles in group headers. And you want to have that on bypass and you want to have that on always. That will give you this button and then you can easily see how easy that is? You can also use a fast groups bypasser like this. If you enable block swap, you will be able to run Wan 2.2 with lower VRAM. What does that mean? Well, let's say that if I ran this using 14 gigabytes of VRAM, if I'm enabling block swap, it's going to take me 10 gigabytes of VRAM. So that's, I don't know, 30-ish% less, right? It will, however, increase generation time. I repeat, this will increase generation time. It will not reduce quality though. So if you are limited by out of memory errors, try block swap. If you want to use a LoRa, just enable this. I think I have a fast Wan LoRa as default, but I mean, you can use any LoRa, doesn't matter. You can just Google a Wan 2.2 LoRa and slap it in here. If you want the fast one, I think there's, let me see, here is the link to that. So fast Wan 2.2 TI2V5B. Right. And I think we've covered most of what's going on here. There's some fancy set and get nodes that you don't have to worry about. What you need to worry about is loading an image, setting the number of frames you want, writing your prompt, change the folder or the file name if you want, and, well, you generate. Click up here, run, or Control Enter. That's how I do it, Control Enter, so easy. And the only thing you kind of need to worry about down here is total steps. So if you're changing this a lot, well, you could like move that up here and be like, oh, this is important. I'm testing this and changing it all the time. Okay, makes sense. And if you want to do iterations of your generations and you're testing stuff, well, maybe you set this seed to fixed, and then you can change some of the settings and see what happens and compare the results. that way you will get some beautiful Wan 2.2 generations with 5B. Hope you learned something today. As always, have a good one. See ya.